Let's meet.
And if you claim to be a basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do, one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Randall out there with Naz Reid. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point.
And he's not. Not gonna miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. It's a three-point game. And here's LeBron outside, trains the three-pointer.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
DiVincenzo with it, now defended by Goodwin. Edwards can't hit. Los Angeles has gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. Back to Vanderbilt. And the dunk by Vanderbilt.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
You know, it's inevitable that a player's physical abilities diminish over the course of a career. But the thing that stands out to me about LeBron James is that he never lost his insatiable drive to win. Guys, if anything, he's gotten stronger. Fast break, the Lakers. Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Well, Doncic's terrific floor vision in the open floor. He also understands how to be the guy to finish.
And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And a deep three from James. An absolute bomb from three-point range. LeBron's got 6 points.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort. This guy, a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
The shot's good from LeBron.
And nice touch from the inside. I'm a fan of when LeBron just burrows his way inside and takes advantage.
The Lakers on offense. They're on a 12-3 run right now. Uncovered. Out to Doncic. Here's Vanderbilt. Reid with the rebound.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is figuring things out. He said there's levels. My first few years, I looked for my shot and nothing else. I've learned that I can't win without my teammates and that I have to throw them the ball too. It's a team game. I know that now. Kevin, I know it too, so I'm throwing it back to you.
And you're the best teammate we could have. Thank you, David. Here's DiVincenzo after the basket by the Lakers.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And you can never really count out these Los Angeles Lakers, Greg, can you?
No, I really don't think you can. They battle out of the play-in tournament. They overcome obstacles, and they have tremendous willpower.
Timberwolves trail by 8. Pass to McDaniels. Reed with a screen on Vanderbilt. A shot by McDaniels, no good. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Good. Doncic has got his second basket.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
Now here's Edwards. Still without a basket. Can they get it? He hits that shot, his first of the night, now 1 for 6.
Edwards, such an explosive scorer. You don't want to concede that three-point shot. Boy, that's going to make him feel good.
James, the best to Finney Smith. And finished off by Finney Smith.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Lakers leading by 7. James, left side. Oh, and the jam by LeBron.
Oh, okay. I guess LeBron wanted that one to sting a little. Get a little extra on that one.
Anthony Edwards.
Here's Vanderbilt. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. 1 second left. That shot off the mark. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Lakers. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Tons of points off penetration so far, guys. They're driving at will on the defense, just taking whatever they want.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
Good one out there with Doncic. Then it's James. Then there's Jared Vanderbilt. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 slot. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second.
Oh, wow. That is big-time strength from Anthony Edwards. He's got the perfect basketball frame.
And we see, as in baseball, Doris, the introduction of the pitch timer to increase the pace of play. How do you think the NBA is taking notice of that?
What I know, Kevin, unequivocally is the NBA is in a constant state of monitoring its product and how can it make it more fan-friendly. The only criticism to me that's redundant is the pace of reviews. And the league is trying to streamline that to the best of their ability.
And here's James outside. Minnesota with the rebound. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. DiVincenzo kicks to McDaniels. DiVincenzo with the screen for McDaniels. Hands it from downtown. McDaniels got 5.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
And the shot goes in.
It's one of the best things about playing with Luka Doncic. He creates a lot of open looks.
Floats it up for Randall. McDaniels passes to Edwards. Back to McDaniels. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
Well, Anthony Edwards plays with joy, and you love to see him get his teammates involved. Pretty pass.
And a wide open look for James. Julius Randle with the rebound.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
DB, ever since winning the most improved player back in 2021, Randall has stayed scoring at an incredible clip.
Yeah, Kevin, what makes this guy such a difficult matchup is his size and the ability to drive it. And now what you've seen is this evolution into a legit threat from three-point territory. He is such a difficult cover.
Things really clicking for him at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities.
Here's Edwards.
Oh, Anthony Edwards thinks this game is a dunk contest. Go ahead, young sir. What a finish.
LeBron kicks to Doncic. Shot to stop the run. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
DiVincenzo can't hit it. Lakers trail by 3. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Guys, that's just superior strength by James. Even when the defense roughs him up, he's more than capable of playing through them. It's amazing.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Vanderbilt. Cadet comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Austin Reeves is checked in for Goodwin. And Vincent subbed in for Luka Doncic.
Second team.
On defense, the Lakers. They've led by as much as 10. Gobert with a screen on Reeves. Shots good by Alexander Walker.
And not the tightest D right there. And he's going to punish you if you give him that much space. That three-point shot is his bread and butter.
And again, the Lakers no good. Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 16-5 run here. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Listen, at just over 7 feet, we know Gobert's going to be terrific on the glass.
The three from LeBron. LeBron James making it look easy from deep.
The three-pointer becomes a very high percentage shot when he's that wide open. You better get a hand in his face.
Here's Alexander Walker. He's defended by Reeves.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin, we all know the Lakers have to pound the ball inside. LeBron James says, we have attackers. That's who we are. That's what we do. We're not shooting 40 to 50 threes a game. We don't have the luxury of being that team. Working it into the paint, that's what we're really good at. Kevin, they play to their strengths.
They got a lot of strength. Got to do it. Thanks, D.A.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Clark for 3. And it's LeBron James with the rebound. LeBron's got his 5th rebound in this one. Kleber finds James to the wing right side. Connect with a wide open look. That's tipped. Timberwolves leading by 4.
They can close out the quarter if they want to.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
Out in his own on the break. No one near Reeves as he lets it go. No good on the triple. And here's Conley outside. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Kleber.
Now into the lineup for your Lakers. Number 28.
Here's Alexander Walker. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of action following halftime. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. Miller is out there with Clark. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then it's Conley, and it's Gobert in at the center, locking down the middle. Miller with the ball. And Hachimura picks him up defensively.
Well, Rui Hachimura has a chance to set up a teammate, and look at the delivery. Well done.
Minnesota shooting 39% from the floor at their best. Gobert the screen. Alexander Walker on the wing. He's defended by Reed. Basket here gets them back in front.
And it's been a long time coming, partner.
Doncic left side. Reeves outside. Doncic with a screen for Reeves. Shot clock at 5 for the lead. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Alexander Walker from outside off the mark.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
And when you look at Alexander Walker, Doris, so consistent from year to year.
This is a young man who knows his role, finds ways to help the team within the context of what the Stars are doing. And those are exactly the kind of role players you need in order to have a quality basketball team.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
From deep, Reeves. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Reeves has got 7 points in the game.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
Well, there's height and reach to the advantage of Rudy Gobert. Just gets up and over the top of guys.
Doncic. Gobert with the defensive effort. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the 3rd quarter. They get it back. Pass to Miller. There's the 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Now it's a 3-point Timberwolves lead.
Love the pass there from Gobert. Always nice when your big man feeds his teammates.
And the Lakers hit again from deep.
How about the payback there, guys? You do you, I do me.
Oh, you love to see the competitive fire, a little bit of pride at stake. Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Doncic with it. Guarded now by Clark. Here's Connect. And it's off from three-point range. Minnesota's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Snatched up. Here's Alexander Walker. That 3 off the mark.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team. Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
And I think they count on him for that. He is a tone setter, extremely unselfish.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Vanderbilt's checked in for Maxi Kleber. LeBron comes in for Hachimura. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Connect. And Vincent subbed in for Luka Doncic.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Hachimura is checked in for the Lakers. Goodwin comes in for Austin Reeves. Here's DiVincenzo. Rebound the Lakers. They've led by as much as 10. Goodwin passes to Vincent. This one for 3. Good on the triple. And it's a 5-point Laker lead. Minnesota shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots.
Oh, my goodness, what a response by Randall. Yes, you can make a 3, so can I.
Hachimura kicks to Vanderbilt. Vincent the pass to Goodwin. Vanderbilt with it. From past the arc. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. Outside Edwards. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket, but he'll go to the line to shoot three.
Well, size and athleticism and a little bit of craftiness right there by Anthony Edwards. That up fake gets that defender committed, and the free throw line opportunity is coming.
Now the free throw is good, now leading by one.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
James kicks to Kleba. Wow, drew the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. The Lakers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers. They're ahead, but if they don't get a stop here, that free throw could prove critical.
McDaniels gets a wide open look. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. We've got Goodwin. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with James. Then there's Jared Vanderbilt. And it's Doncic in at the 1 spot. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Goodwin kicks to James. Vanderbilt, a screen on McDaniels. Fades away. And it's James missing. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. They trail by 1. Pass to DiVincenzo. Picked by Reed. DiVincenzo can't hit it. The Lakers shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. It's stolen by Edwards. All alone. And finished off by Edwards.
Guys, you get a look at how dynamic a force Edwards can be. Makes both the defensive play and then goes ahead and scores it himself.
They get the rebound. Kicks it out to James. Drills it from outside. James has got 23.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in.
I'll tell you, some people question the athleticism of Luka Doncic, but boy, he loves to dunk on occasion and let you hear about it.
Edwards passes to Randall, and Randall throws it down.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Outside, James. A rebound by the Timberwolves. And Edwards with a clear path to the basket.
I think his teammates understand that Anthony Edwards has every aspect of his offensive game working, so let's make sure he's got the basketball.
Bucket is good. James has got it all tied up now for Los Angeles.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Edwards, good.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing.
What a thing of beauty from James.
If LeBron gets speed at the rim, it takes a couple of steel walls to slow him down. And even then, he'll finish the job.
At the elbow, Randall. And the wide open shot from Reed. Misses the 3. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. From deep, LeBron. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Reeves got 5 rebounds tonight. Edwards. The 3 for DiVincenzo. Buries the long-range jumper. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
2 open that time. Made it look too easy. McDaniels got 5 points in the quarter. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for Minnesota.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
And another theme in this game, to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
Well, he's got a great score. That one almost dropped.
Doncic against McDaniel. Doncic kicks to LeBron. The three. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Edwards looking it over. A clear look for Reed. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Well, Anthony Edwards showing you that I've got some playmaking in my toolbox. Nice pass.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Hachimura, he's checked in for the Lakers. The Timberwolves also with the sub. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. Here's Goodwin, and there's the drive. 2 points, that one goes.
Boy, that's a bang-bang play on the inbounds pass. I like those quick hitters.
Minnesota's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
And here's James outside. Knocked away. Pass to Hachimura. Hachimura setting the pick for Goodwin. 5 to shoot. Hachimura, no good. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Randall kicks to Reed. Picked by Reed. To the paint. Yes!
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Again, the miss by the Lakers. It's stolen by Vanderbilt. Here's Goodwin. No good there. And so Minnesota takes the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory. All right, David, thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice in the mid, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the kiss. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Great ball movement with these two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
A look at the 76ers starting group. Kelly Oubre out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. Then there's George. And it's Grimes in at shooting guard. Oh, George with a steal. Oh, and the dunk by George.
And it all comes together because George is a team player. He works so hard to support the play on the floor and be where he's needed to be for his team.
And it's Doncic missing. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Doncic. For three, James sends it home from three-point land.
When you're guarding LeBron, you have to give him something. So the King, well, he'll take a three-point basket.
Grimes, the pass to Maxey. Oh, it's stolen by Doncic. He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. Los Angeles shooting their first free throw of the game. In 2024, Luka Doncic recorded 6 consecutive 30-point triple-double games.
That's right, B.A. The first time anyone has done it in NBA history. So if you didn't already believe in Luka Magic, well, there's some proof that the magic is real.
Now here's Vanderbilt. Three-pointer, no good. Embiid against Vanderbilt. Good D by Vanderbilt.
That's just the bucket that you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss those.
James deciding where to go with it. Back to Hachimura. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Launches it. That shot, no good. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 4 from deep. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I did briefly speak with J.J. Redick. Facing off with Paul George tonight, I asked them what makes PG such a special player. Coach said, quote, well, he has a huge effect on the game. Paul can shut down your best scorer on one end and then put up 30 or 40 on the other. Tough to beat that. Paul George, he will have a lot to say about this one, guys.
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
Getting it done inside. You know, I love seeing George be active on the interior.
That one's good from Hachimura on the assist by Doncic.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Maxey passes to Grimes. Inside. Launches a three. Vanderbilt pulls it in. Now Los Angeles with it. They're on a 10-2 run here. For three, James. Rebound by Philadelphia. James with a steal. Three-pointer. Drops in the three. James has got 7 points in the game. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Lakers.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
Yeah, on top of that, they've been resourceful defensively, generating scoring opportunities by forcing turnovers.
That's a good one. Hachimura outside. Off target from outside. 76ers trail by 6. We know how great Joel Embiid is, but he simply hasn't been as effective in the postseason.
Part of that is because of all the defensive attention he gets. We know things tighten up in the postseason and things become much more challenging. That's why he needs a better supporting cast.
Maxey finds Embiid. Oh, deflected. 6 on the shot clock. James attacking and slam dunk by James.
For such a big dude, all he needs is just a little bit of daylight, and LeBron is going to be hanging on that rim.
Down low. Hachimura from long range. Buries it. He's 2 for 4 in this game.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And how about LeBron? Even if he's no longer the clear-cut best player in the league, he can still take over a game, RJ.
Oh, make no mistake, he is still the best when he needs to be. Absolutely has a switch that gets flipped when he needs it. He's not on for 48 minutes, but he can definitely turn it on for a few.
Andre Drummond is checked in for Joel Embiid. Grimes, the pass to Oubre. To the middle. Here's George. And George with the jam.
He's not going to take it easy when he gets to the bucket. George will hammer it home.
And it's Hachimura missing.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Drummond. Pass to Grimes. And here's Oubre from the arc. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Out to James from behind the arc. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
He hits the second from the line. Now Maxey. Pass to George. 3 seconds left. And the shot is good. Dropping it off the front of the rim. George has got 8.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out. He brings it.
Buried from outside. I don't know. I think we may get a review here. That was close. And it looks like they are.
The previous play is under review.
Did he get the basket off in time or not?
And there's really...
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So the replay was conclusive. Call overturned. Grant, that one's going to count.
And BA, you can argue against replay all you want, but at the end of the day...
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Lakers. Absolutely carrying the offense. He ends the quarter with 14. We'll be right back after this word. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. What do you guys think about Los Angeles here in this one?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
It leads to some easy buckets, and I think it's given them control of the pace in this one.
And the 76ers, looking at who they've got. They've got Andre Drummond, Kelly Oubre out there with Paul George. Then there's Tyrese Maxey, and it's McCain in at the shooting guard position. And the basket by Hachimura.
Gifted moving the ball. Luka is one of the best passers in the league.
76ers trail by 8. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
When you have an MVP talent in his prime, the focus has to be on winning the title. The Sixers' Joel Embiid said, quote, "The only thing I care about is winning." That takes a lot, and everybody has to contribute. I'm always going to believe in myself. I love the guys that we have. We are going to go and fight every single night.
Great perspective there. Thanks, Allie. Here's George. And the jam by George.
You gotta like the momentum on George's drive, cutting into the defense and clearing himself a path.
You know, Grant, after losing in the first round last season, it felt like changes were inevitable for the Lakers.
Yeah, making the playoffs isn't enough for that franchise. They are all about championship success, and anything short of that is a failure.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. And they're pushing it up. For 3, Maxey. And Philadelphia hits again from deep. All right, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Philadelphia?
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
Something else that stands out is how they've gotten out in transition. Their speed has kept the defense on their heels.
Oubre passes to George. And George with the jam.
Yeah, it seems like George could do this all night. He just keeps finding shots.
Here's James. The Lakers with another miss. Now the 76ers with it. They're on a 14-3 run. Again, the miss by James. The Sixers lead by 4. Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now.
Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players can learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
And the Lakers going with a whole new group out there. The 76ers also with a sub. Edwards is checked in. And the league has cut down on back-to-backs, but some pushback for a surprising reason. Richard, teams need multiple days off in order to practice.
Yeah, that's right. With only 1 day off between games, teams don't usually practice on those off days. It's not as simple as it looks.
And the foul called on Paul George. That's foul number 2 for him. Some changes for Philadelphia. Embiid, he's checked in for Drummond. Walker comes in for George. And it's Lowry in for Tyrese Maxey. From deep, Reeves. The rebound by Embiid. Embiid's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. And Walker gets it to go on the assist from Embiid. And the 76ers lead by 5. Pass to connect. Kleba down low. Embiid's there. Kleba finds Reeves. Finney-Smith with it. Clock at 6. On the wing, Reeves. Guarded by Edwards. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Outside Walker. From outside the arc. Kept alive. Embiid just too tall inside.
The reach of Embiid with his size and wingspan, he's a real threat on the offensive glass.
Now Philadelphia with it. They're on a 20-6 run. And then Embiid with the dunk.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Lowry, the pass to Embiid. Here's McCain to the inside. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It'll go on Maxi Kleba.
Yeah, Embiid just terrorizes defenses on the inside. Good luck guarding the big fella.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Grimes is checked in. Despite Joel Embiid missing more than half of their games, Grant, the Sixers still won 47 games last season.
Yeah, B.A., and lots of credit goes to Tyrese Maxey, averaging over 26 points a game. Philadelphia also had some good depth, and that really helped.
Second shot opportunity. Here's Embiid. Uses the glass on the layup. Embiid's got 11.
This is why they feed Embiid. His teammates trust his ability to get the job done.
That's how you draw it up. The defense just couldn't react in time.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Back to Lowry. This one for 3. Drills it from deep. Lowry's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells a story of how well you are playing team offense.
And Kyle Lowry is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. There's 18 seconds left in the second period. Back to Reeves. Beyond the arc. Hits a three-pointer. Reeves has got 8 here in this quarter.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Great open look there. And the 76ers lead by 14.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers. A sizable lead of 14 at the break. Took them up. Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3.
And get ready for the fan backboard shot. They're measuring up the shot.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Paul George has been sensational.
Slicing up the defense, living in the lane. Terrific first half for him.
And when you rip through the D like he did in that first half, you gotta stay aggressive. Keep getting to the rim.
Maxi Kleber out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Connect. Then it's Austin Reeves. And it's Vincent in at the point. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Fades back. Back to Reeves. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass. Reeves has got 10.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Has to Connect. Fires from deep. Knocks it down from distance. Connect's got his first 3 points of the game.
A go-to shot for Connect. You know, he takes pride in burying these long-range missiles.
A nice shot by Grimes.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Here's Reeves. Back to Vincent. Pass to Connect. Now Kleber. Just 5 to shoot. From downtown. And it's Connect missing. Philadelphia leading by 13. Well, Dalton Connect had a late growth spurt during college, and it really helped his game, Grant.
He really did. I mean, B.A., he started college as a 6'3" guard, but grew 3 inches during his first 2 seasons and added some muscles. Now at 6'6", he can play confidently out there on the wing.
To the right side. And here's Lowry from the arc. Good, and it's Walker who picks up the assist. Walker's got his 4th assist in this one. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, offensive efficiency league-wide is steadily climbing. Sixers coach Nick Nurse said a lot of it's better selection. Adding more shots at the rim and three-pointers are going to lead to more points. That's how most everyone is playing. VA?
That's right. It's a copycat league, and it's been successful, Allie.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor space.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
You know, you kind of expect the big threes like that from Lowry.
From deep, Reeves. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Drummond's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Walker for 3. They get it back. Pass to Grimes. To the paint. Second chance shot. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Philadelphia shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Grant, how about that in-season tournament win for the Lakers in 2024?
Yeah, honestly, it just makes sense that the first of those trophies would land with a historic franchise like the Lakers.
And the Lakers going with a whole new group out there.
James is so good at disguising his pull-up jumper.
Pass to Oubre. Lowry with it. Jacks up a 3. Here's Drummond. And good work on the boards as they picked up the second chance points. And the 76ers lead by 15.
76ers foul.
Edwards, he's checked in for Walker.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
A minute 39 left in the third quarter. Here's Vanderbilt. Out to James. 4-3. It's hauled in by Oubre. The Sixers lead by 15. Edwards for 3. James with the rebound.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Oh, Doncic! What do you expect?
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes. Smart decision to kick it out to another guy once the defense is fixated on him in the paint.
James passes to Doncic. Back to James. Pass to Doncic. Puts up a deep three. And the Lakers get it back. Now James. And here's Hachimura. Out to James. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
We've seen more than a few miscues from them tonight.
And if they want to come back in this game, look, they got to clean up those mistakes.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Maxi's checked in. And the officials called goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
What an adjustment by Maxi. That will be available.
He almost blocked that shot in time, just a nanosecond late.
And here's Doncic outside. Again, Doncic missing. Pass to Edwards. The three. Rebounded by the Lakers. Here's James. And here's Doncic outside. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
He'll be proud of that one. Bigs love when their passing skills are noticed.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. We've got George. He's out there with Edwards. Andre Drummond is out there with Tyrese Maxey. And it's McCain in a two-guard.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from three.
All eyes on Luka. The defense forgot about his teammates.
Philadelphia leading by 13. James outside. Again, the miss by James. Now here's Maxey. Tight defense on him. And there's the call on Rui Hachimura. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Here's Maxey. Gets the three to fall. And the 76ers lead by 16.
Now that's confidence right there. This is when you know Maxey is feeling it.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the 76ers?
Well, they're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
And I also have to praise them for their three-point shooting. They're showing a lot of confidence, letting them fly from deep.
Heads up on the money pass by Maxey. Great vision.
The Lakers have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. James outside. Puts up a deep three. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Knocked loose. In transition, here they come. He launches a 3. And it's Doncic missing.
You know what? He's got to look to get other guys involved. The three-point stroke is off.
Embiid passes to Oubre. Vanderbilt against George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Sinks it. What range from downtown. George has got 22.
With an efficient jump shot and limitless confidence, man. I'll tell you what, George is a threat from just about anywhere on the floor. It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
Goodwin passes to James. Takes a 3. Joel Embiid with the board. Embiid's got 11 rebounds in the game. Knocks down the triple.
And that's one of the underrated aspects of his game, his passing. He knows the defense expects him to finish the job, but he just drops off a dime.
His third personal foul. Second team foul.
We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Back to Doncic. Pass to Goodwin. The three is up. Philadelphia grabs the miss. George scanning the floor. There's the three. Hachimura with a rebound.
Trying to end this thing with some big threes, but the accuracy just isn't there tonight.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. James has got 13 points here in the second half alone. Philadelphia leading by 17. For three, Maxey. James with the rebound. James has got 4 rebounds now. There's the triple. Rebound by Philadelphia. Grimes has got 4 rebounds in the game. Puts it up from 12. And that one comes up a bit short.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Hachimura from long range. That falls. Nice feed that time from James.
The selfless attitude of James. When someone on his team has a clean look, he feeds him.
He gets it in there.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the 76ers.
Boy, this was one physical game, guys.
They obviously felt that was an advantage of theirs coming in, and they were able to be relentless inside as a result.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Paul George.
He didn't miss out on much of the action tonight. He was magnetized to the ball and did everything he could to contribute for his team on both ends of the floor.
Takes the three. He drops it from range.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
And as it should be. To be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
Three-pointer Embiid. Offensive board. George passes to Embiid. No good with the triple. And the Lakers have possession. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock.
It seems like every miss ends up in his hands. He's been unreal.
You aren't exaggerating. You don't get to 20 rebounds without having a special talent for grabbing misses.
And Doncic has got the ball here for Los Angeles. Fires from way outside. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For
clock. It's tough to wear down either team in this matchup because of their depth.
And Kevin, you've got to give both front offices a ton of credit. I mean, you've got to find guys and try to be economical about it, and they need to be able to play important minutes for you. It's a little more art than science, and kudos to both of these front offices.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. George is out there with Oubre. Then there's Embiid. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the 2. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves getting the first points of the ball game. They set the pick. Here's George. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
McDaniels finds Edwards for 3. A shot by McDaniels, no good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And here's George for 3. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Cannot let George get his feet set out on the perimeter. He'll bury it.
That's a 2 from Randall. It's hauled in by George.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And what about the evolution of Tyrese Maxey? Greg, according to him, he's just getting started.
Well, Kevin, I'd have to agree. I mean, he's got some big shoes to fill with James Harden leaving, but each year this guy has just gotten better. And not only has he matched Harden's production in Philadelphia, I think he's exceeded it.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Randall no good. The 76ers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, you really have to like how George uses his body effectively down low there. I mean, the defense pretty much has no choice but to foul him in that situation.
And the second free throw, good. And so it's Minnesota with it. Randall from outside. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. For 3, Oubre. Another miss by Philadelphia. Minnesota's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Randall outside. From the arc, hits the three-point bomb.
Yeah, an underrated ball handler. Randall can beat you off the dribble. He keeps pressure on the defense.
Embiid with it. Picked up by Edwards. Embiid, the pass to Maxey. And slam dunk by Maxey.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Oh, here's Edwards. He's got 6.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels him.
Takes a 3, and he's good on the 3-ball.
There's the unselfishness you like to see in a guard. DiVincenzo keeping his eyes up and his options open.
Embiid inside. He's against Reed. That one is good from Joel Embiid.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's McDaniels. Still scoreless. Just 5 on the clock. A three-pointer, no good. The 76ers trail by 4. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Here's Maxey. Connects from three-point range. Maxey's got 5 now.
The numbers testify. Tyrese Maxey is one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Tyrese Maxey has stepped up into a starring role with the 76ers. He says these guys have the ultimate confidence in me, all the way from the organization down to the players. So I can just go out there and be aggressive, play my game, even through mistakes. It's all part of extraordinary growth for the guard. Kevin?
EA thanks. He is rewarding their faith. And I love his statement on growth. He's always looking to expand. Now, DiVincenzo. After the missed three from Tyrese Maxey. And the three ball is good.
And there's DiVincenzo with the quick trigger. Cannot give him any room defensively. You've got to eliminate his airspace.
Embiid kicks to Maxey. Randall down low, covered by Oubre.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Tipped away. Here's Maxey. Wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period.
Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. 76ers on top. They lead by 1. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Philadelphia.
They've really been pushing that thing in the open floor, and so far, the opposition's not been able to slow them down at all.
And you can't turn it over against this team. That's a recipe for disaster, and we're seeing the results of that.
They've got Dante DiVincenzo. Gobert is out there with Randall. Then there's Edwards. And it's Clark in at the small forward position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Pass to Edwards from outside the arc. Edwards shooting fearlessly from the arc.
And, you know, succeeding in the catch-and-shoot game will really help Edwards set up his drives to the hoop.
There's always a surprise, isn't there, Clark, in the offseason? Let's go back to 2022. That offseason, the Timberwolves going all in on Rudy Gobert.
Basically, Kevin, they traded 5 firsts plus a bunch of good players for Gobert. Was derided at the time, and I can understand why, but Rudy's defense has taken them to another level, and he's actually been a little better offensively than people thought he would be.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. The 76ers again can't hit it. Edwards. Whoa, a little extra right there from Edwards.
Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the raft.
For 3, Oubre. Minnesota with the rebound. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Outside Edwards. There's Gobert. That shot is off. Good D by Drummond. 76ers trailing. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Clark for 3. Oubre pulls it in. The 76ers have gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Edwards can't hit. Timberwolves have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Randall no good. The 76ers shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Drummond passes to Oubre. Maxey against Edwards. In the corner, Drummond with it. Offline with his 3. We've seen them struggle on the half-court offense.
I had a coach that once told me sometimes guys just try to self-will it too much, whether it's getting out on the break or scoring in the half-court. You've got to do it as a unit.
Drummond sets the screen for Maxey. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by, to end the run. Rebound Minnesota. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night, and they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
I would like to highlight, too, guys, the excellent passing they've done early on. I mean, they've done a really good job putting the ball into the hands of guys ready to shoot it.
Here's Gobert, and again it's Minnesota.
And they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
Yeah, I agree with you. A big run taking place right now, and it looks to be the beginning of the end.
Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are one or two of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
For 3, Edwards. From the corner, Anthony Edwards. Bucket.
And that corner pocket triple, terrific shot by Edwards from deep.
Oubre for 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 8 rebounds in this game. Maxey against Edwards. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Rise and fire. DiVincenzo does not lack confidence going right up with the shot.
Pass to Grimes. Inside, here's Maxey. The 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. And here are the Timberwolves. They've got a 22-run goal. What a pace. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Edwards passes to Grimes. To the inside, Maxey. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Maxey's got 9.
You know, Maxey finds all kinds of ways to score, and he knows only one speed. Flat out, all out.
Randall from outside. Oubre pulls it in. Oubre's got his 4th rebound in this one. And here's Edwards from the arc. And that does it for the first half of play. The Timberwolves on top. Ending this. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, Paul George is out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Lowry. Then it's Walker. And it's McCain in at the 2 spot. The shot by Lowry, no good. Timberwolves leading by 10. And Clark, we know the last handful of years, the 76ers have been a threat in the East.
7 straight years of playoff runs. Can't get past that second-round barrier, though, Kevin. But as far as success, they've been as consistent as it comes in the East the last decade.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, the Sixers have their superstar in Joel Embiid, but Coach Nick Nurse says they have to maximize him in different ways. Nurse said unpredictability is the key. We have to relieve some of the pressure. Guys are overplaying and sending multiple players at him. We have to find easy baskets out of it. Kevin?
Makes a lot of sense, David. Thank you. There's the triple. Traps in the tray. Alexander Walker's got 6.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Shot's good by Walker.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Here's Alexander Walker. Offensive rebound out to Miller. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. Miller with a screen on Lowry. Shot clock at 6. And here's Conley outside.
Yeah, and he plays a lot bigger than that 6-foot frame would suggest. Lowry is just a bundle of energy out there.
Shot's good by Walker.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Pass to McDaniels. It's tipped. Now Reed. Over in the corner, Conley. Launches a 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Clark, we know what a great player Joel Embiid is. He was the 2023 MVP, and he was on that same road until he got injured last season.
Unfortunate to see the big fella Embiid deal with the injuries that he has throughout his career, even going back to his 1 year in college. It's unfortunate, but that has hampered what is a special talent in Embiid.
George finds Lowry. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. On the wing, Walker. Lowry against Conley. Three-pointer by Embiid. And it's McDaniels with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
The 76ers trail by 8. High post, Embiid. Here's McCain. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And it's Alexander Walker in the corner. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
You have to avoid fouls like that. As a defender, challenge the three-point shooter, but run by him, not into him.
Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Then for the 76ers, Andre Drummond's checked in for Joel Embiid, and Yabusele's subbed in for George. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Clark's checked in. The 76ers with another miss.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
The 76ers trail by 10. Here's McCain. Off target with his 3. Lowry against Conley. Puts up a deep 3. Out to Miller. Pass to Alexander Walker. Shoots the 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. To the middle. Here's Yabusele. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And the basket by Lowry.
Lowry is a fearless scorer despite his lack of size, and he's never one to back away from the trees inside.
And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Conley finds Clark. On the wing, DiVincenzo. It's good from long range. DiVincenzo's got 9.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits it. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Conley. And it's Miller, and it's Rudy Gobert, and it's Clark, and at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Grimes with the bucket.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Here's Alexander Walker. He's covered by Maxey. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. And another 3 for Minnesota.
The competitive fire of Anthony Edwards, admirable, going right back at him.
Maxey into the lane, and slam dunk by Maxey.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish.
Maybe that'll help them recapture their edge a little bit, guys.
A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. The 76ers trail by 12, and that one's good. George.
Nice rhythm to that play right there, and George was ready to fire.
McDaniels, a screen on Maxey. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Reeves got rebound number 5 here tonight. There's McDaniels. No good with the triple. Philadelphia's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the 4th quarter. Minnesota leading by 9. For 3, Edwards. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Maxey. Another miss by Philadelphia. For Minnesota, they've gone just 33% from the field in the 4th quarter so far. They are 2 of 6.
Just another way Randall can beat you. Good hands for the catch and finish at the rim.
For 3, Oubre gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And, you know, even though he's not a lights-out shooter from deep, the defense still has to be more aggressive there.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Paul George with the steal. Outside, Maxey. Going inside. George against McDaniel. And George with the stuff.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Well, it starts with defense. They got some stops, scored some buckets after that, and now we've got ourselves a ball game.
Here's Alexander Walker. No good from outside.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. I mean, because he can't get anything to fall this half.
Outside, George. Here's Grimes. The shot's good on the assist by George. And now just a 4-point Timberwolves lead. Timberwolves have gone 3 of 8 here in the 4th quarter. Here's Alexander Walker. No good, unable to end this run. Philadelphia's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. George dishes to Embiid. Clock at 6. Back to George. The alley-oop layup, very well done. And now just a 2-point Timberwolves lead.
Hey, you got a player like George, in these moments, you turn to him. He knows how to deliver in the clutch.
Paul George with the steal. It's deflected. Randall with the ball. Now defended by Embiid. Driving in, and Reed throws it down.
A fantastic decision-making big. Randall with the right choice there, finding the open man.
Here's George, and then George with the jam.
Shot after shot, one after the other. PG, Paul George, making it happen.
Pass to Reed. Edwards against Maxey. Tries it from that. Good!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Maxey against Edwards.
Maxey is a do-it-all guard. I mean, defense never knows if he's going to shoot it, pass it, or take off the dribble.
Maxey hits them both.
He's basically automatic from the line, not the guy you want to send there now.
There's 31 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And Minnesota has possession. They've led by as many as 14 points. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
Tyrese Maxey with a big-time play down the stretch.
Edwards kicks to Randall, and that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. That is his first foul of the game. So it's the Timberwolves now. Alexander Walker with the ball. And stolen by Maxey.
You can tell it was almost tunnel vision on that pass. Had no idea where the defender was.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. What do you think we're going to see here?
They're in a tough spot right now. Barely enough time to run the catch and shoot.
That's a 2 from Randall. Oh, he couldn't make that shot go to force overtime. So it's Philadelphia taking the W in a close one here. This win, such a trip. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For
Time, but eventually I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the field. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Defense looking for answers.
So the Lakers will get the first possession here. And the Lakers starting five. They've got James. Also Jared Vanderbilt out there. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Goodwin in at the 2. Now here's Doncic. Back to James. Pass to Doncic. 6 to shoot. Here's Goodwin. Vanderbilt inside, working on Reed, and there's James from the arc. Knocks down the long J.
Well, LeBron is a guy who can score from anywhere. He's comfortable taking long-range shots.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Defense is right there. McDaniels can't hit.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Now, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
He takes it in. Reed with the rebound. And, Coach, how about Naz Reid, the 2024 Sixth Man of the Year award winner?
Yeah, Brian, sort of unique. We often associate that award with shooting guards, but although he's a big, Reed is more than capable of putting up big numbers, including from long distance.
Knifing to the rim with such power. Watching LeBron on the attack is so much fun.
Edwards for 3. Doesn't go, and he's 0 for 1 from the floor. Allie LaForce had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch. Allie, what do you have to say?
We talked about how exhausting it is to go up against Luka Doncic. Coach told me, quote, Luka's probably the toughest cover in the league because no one has been able to figure out a way to stop him. We have to just bring the intensity and do our best to slow him down. It's going to take a team effort to get that done. Back to you, B.A.
Okay, thank you, Allie.
Yeah, a shot that Randall has added to his repertoire. Shooting the 3 with confidence now.
James with the ball, now guarded by McDaniels. Here's Doncic, and Doncic hammers it home.
I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
The one guy you can't forget about is Doncic. I mean, when he's running the floor, you gotta stay with him.
Reed for 3. Offensive rebound, outside, DiVincenzo. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. Los Angeles shooting their first free throw of the contest. The Lakers lead by 10. Outside, Finney-Smith. Pass to James. Good efficiency. He's drained 4 out of 5.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
Now here's DiVincenzo. McDaniels from long range. Nails it from 3.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And here's Edwards outside. Rebounded by the Lakers. Doncic has got 4 rebounds now. Vanderbilt finds James for 3. Hauled in by DiVincenzo. Timberwolves trail by 9. Pass to Reed. Back to Edwards. Reed sets a screen. Top of the key. Edwards can't hit.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert. But that time, he just couldn't get it done.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. Kicks it to Doncic. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. Doncic has got 7 points in the game.
I like when Doncic goes right up with it, giving the defense no time to react.
Los Angeles leading by 12. And there's James from the arc. Edwards pulls it in. And it's Edwards with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. For three, Randall. Doncic pulls down the board. Doncic has got his 5th rebound in this one. On the wing, Finney-Smith from the arc. Sinks it from distance.
Their ability to space the floor has been the story of this game.
Yeah, we thought this might be the case. You see a few of those go through the net, it becomes contagious.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Here's Vanderbilt. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers now holding a 12-point lead at quarters. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
Yeah, they've also started out on fire from mid-range. We'll see if they continue to that approach as the game goes on.
And is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Naz Reid out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
Great pass to hit him in stride. Love to see teammates in sync with each other.
Doncic passes to Goodwin. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Los Angeles shooting their 2nd and 3rd shots at the line here. And he drops the first. And that's good as he hits both shots.
That's what he does. Rock solid at the line.
McDaniels against Doncic. McDaniels can't hit. The Lakers lead by 11. The 3 ball. Vanderbilt to pass to Doncic. It's James on the wing. Doncic on the wing. DiVincenzo. Oh, wow! Set him up and let LeBron finish.
The timing LeBron possesses is second to none. Fantastic at measuring when to go for alley-oops.
And Luka Doncic is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Second quarter of basketball. Just over a minute and a half played so far. For 3, Randall. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he's sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again.
Here's Goodwin. They lead by their biggest margin of the game. It's at 15 points. No good there, off the double clutch. Minnesota's gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. For 3, DiVincenzo. The Lakers with a rebound. Doncic has got 7 rebounds in the game. James outside. Here in quarter 2, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's Vanderbilt, and Vanderbilt slams it in.
And B.A., he takes his rebounding so seriously.
This dude is such a grinder. His teammates appreciate the effort. Just goes all out on the glass.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, drawing charges is an art. The Warriors' Brandon Podziemski led the league last season, and he said, I'm not going to jump with anybody at the rim and block them. This is another form of rim protection. And Brian, while some have labeled them dangerous and called for charges to be taken out of the game, they remain a winning play.
Yeah, that's a good point, Allie. Thanks. Now here's DiVincenzo. No made baskets yet. Outside McDaniels. Down low. Edwards. Getting it done inside. Edwards.
Well, look, it's tough to keep Edwards out of the lane and tough to stop him once he's in there.
Doncic passes to Vanderbilt. James deciding where to go with it. Back to Vanderbilt. To the wing, right side. Shot clock at 6. They set a pick. The Lakers with another miss.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And here's Edwards outside. Rebounded by LeBron. James has got 4 rebounds now. Los Angeles shooting their 4th attempt at the line tonight. And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. The Lakers lead by 12. Vincent outside. Pass to Reeves. Hachimura sets a screen. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible. Well, hey, you give him some daylight, he can knock it down.
Kleber finds Hachimura with the fadeaway. Here's Connect. Clark covers. Here's Vincent. Off target from three-point range. Timberwolves trail by 11. Here's Alexander Walker. Misses the 3. Vincent right side. Counted from distance. Vincent's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there. Here's Alexander Walker. And so it's Los Angeles. A sizable lead of 14 at the break. Building this lead up in large part because of how well they're shooting it. Back to the game after this break. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, LeBron James has been exceptional here, guys.
What makes him an exciting player is the ultra-aggressive mindset that we saw over and over in the first half.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
On the court for the Lakers, Rui Hachimura is out there with Maxi Kleber. Then it's Gabe Vincent, then it's Connect, and it's Reeves in at the 2. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. Here's Conley. No points yet. Kicks it out to Clark. Fires for 3. Pure from three-point range.
That's a terrific kick-out pass. When the defense collapses like that on the inside, you've got open people outside.
Now here's Reeves. Vincent right side. Back to Reeves. Hachimura outside. Over Miller. And it's Hachimura missing.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Kicks it out to Clark. Outside, Alexander Walker. Three-pointer off the mark.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
And Nickeil Alexander-Walker has built a role around defense and activity, Coach.
Yeah, Brian, he's started to understand that not everyone can be that superstar scorer, and he's carved out a role around hustle, but still capable of knocking down shots within the flow of the offense.
Offline with a 3. Los Angeles leading by 11. And here's the fast break. Reeves with the ball. And Clark picks him up defensively. Here's Connect. Goes back up. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
You see the upside in a rookie like Dalton Connect. He's got a good build and dynamic offensive skill set. Some improvements around defense, and he'll be a solid addition to any lineup.
Now here's Conley. No points so far. Right wing. Here's Gobert, using the size. Gobert.
Outstanding job converting in close. Gobert understands how to execute around the rim.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Hayes is checked in for Kleba. Hachimura, the pass to Vincent. Back to Hachimura. Puts up a 3, 5 to shoot. And again, the Lakers, no good. Timberwolves trail by 10. Lets it go from deep. Hits the trifecta. Alexander Walker's got 5.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost him 3.
Hayes, left side Reeves. Pass to Hachimura. The 3 is up. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight. Understand, every franchise has their guy. What kind of things do you want your franchise player to exhibit?
Well, Brian, here's what people have to understand. The culture of your team is determined by your best player. If you want a hardworking, unselfish, competitive team, that best player, that franchise guy, has to embody those things.
Here's Conley, following the score by Los Angeles. Miller finds Gobert. Gobert not bothered by the D.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense guessing.
They set the screen from deep. Reeves. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Timberwolves trail by 5. Outside, Alexander Walker. And here's Clark for 3. Connects from downtown. He has 6.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively. Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
For the lead. He's off on that one.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Reeves, the pass to Hachimura. Fires in the triple. Hachimura's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
3-pointer. Miller can't get it to go. The Lakers lead by 5. Outside Reeves. Good on the bucket. Reeves has gotten 4 this quarter.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Gobert passes to Miller. And the shot goes in. Miller's got 7 points in the game.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third. Both teams putting up. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. And is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Naz Reid. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard position. So that's the Timberwolves 5. All right, let's take a look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Lakers.
Well, the defense hasn't done nearly a good enough job of getting back in transition, and they've taken advantage, racking up fast break points against them.
Also, guys, they put in maximum effort on the offensive glass. Great determination to follow shots and not giving up on the possessions. There are no easy comebacks, but they really had to dig deep for this one.
Yeah, there is no quit in this team. Making up for that slow start with great composure and determination.
Now, here is James. From deep, here's Doncic. Reid with the rebound. Reid's got his 5th rebound in this one. James against Edwards. To the inside. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
Sinks the tray. DiVincenzo's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Vanderbilt. Oh, and Reid with a block. Edwards against Doncic. Now here's Edwards. Tightly guarded. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Here's James. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Reid's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And Edwards, here we go. Counted, and the foul. That one on Doncic.
I don't know how Edwards does it. It's a blend of skill, finesse, and a little bit of luck that went down.
Lakers trail by 6. James outside. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. McDaniels from long range. On target from range. McDaniels got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, coaches will take that any day. Don't pass up open threes like that.
Here's DiVincenzo. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Here's Doncic. Doncic throws it down.
Going on the attack, Luka doesn't give them a chance to get between him and the rim.
Pass to Reid. A slam dunk by Reid.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
And Luka Doncic is going to pick up the foul. That's his 3rd foul so far. And here's Minnesota now. They're on an 18-4 run. Now Reid. McDaniels from long range. Doncic grabs the miss. There's 1:47 left to play in the 4th. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Pass to Edwards. Outside for Randle. Lets the 3 fly. They grab their own miss. Here is DiVincenzo. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randle. And it's a 12-point Minnesota lead. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Minnesota.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
Another big factor for them has been their ability to get points off of turnovers. The easiest offense is created by good defense.
And it's Doncic missing. Minnesota leading by 12.
And they had an advantage tonight. Came out sharp and did what was needed. Nice win here for the Timberwolves.
The coaching staff has to be happy with the way they've limited their turnovers here.
Yeah, BA, that's hashtag facts. Just tremendous patience and self-control.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Anthony Edwards.
He had a surplus of energy tonight, providing defensive help all over the floor and making it seem like they had 6 guys out there instead of 5.
Now here's DiVincenzo. And he jams it home with authority.
That's an inspired ball club. They fought hard, and during the most important moments, they made big plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
Here's DiVincenzo driving to the basket. Pass to Reed. Out to DiVincenzo. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. James outside.
LeBron James.
Fires away from way outside. So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. Look, Allie, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our...
Impressive attacking in transition.
Well, you've got to play to your strengths, right? But really, the league in general is looking for early offense. These teams, no different.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with James. Then it's James. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Vanderbilt in at the 5. Knocks down the 3 ball.
A legitimate sniper from distance. Love seeing Oubre Jr. shoot it with such precision.
No good from Finney-Smith.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
On the wing, George. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
James right side. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Oh, what an answer from James, rising to meet the challenge at the perimeter.
Here's Maxey. The rebound by James. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And something you see with the Lakers, they really trust their role players, don't they, Richard?
Yeah, LeBron does a great job of empowering his group. That's why he's top 5 in the league all time in assists. If you earn his trust, he will give you a ton of space to work. The Lakers know that they can only go as far as their great group of role players.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Outside, Maxey. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Good job by the D to stay with him and make that a tough 3.
And here's James outside. They get a hand on it. Philadelphia's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from 3-point range so far in the first. Embiid, the pass to George. 3-pointer. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
James with the bucket.
And early in his career, that's a great sign for Bronny. Hitting threes, building confidence in that jumper.
The deep 3 from George. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Outside, James. The tray, George with the ball. He's picked up by LeBron. Pass to George from downtown. That one, no good. Lakers trail by 3. Down low. Vanderbilt kicks to James. Vanderbilt setting the pick for James. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. James has got 8 points.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Now here's Embiid. And he uses the glass on the layup.
No stopping Embiid inside. He is a beast.
Lakers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Doncic kicks to James. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring. Able to problem solve. Yes!
And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
Yeah, that's a shame because I'm not sure the defense will let him get a shot that good again very soon.
Pass to Embiid. From deep. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. He's got 5.
Well, this is a big part of Embiid's game. A very good 3-point shooter.
Picked by Finney-Smith. James the pass to Doncic. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
Just enough resistance to force them as barely. That's one he'll generally make.
The 3 from George. Vanderbilt with the rebound. Lakers trail by 5. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And again, no good by the Lakers. The 76ers have gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Maxey against LeBron. Here's the three. Drains it from beyond the arc. James has got 6. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Here's James. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
And you can tell they had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Bronny James.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
The 76ers shooting their first free throw of the game here.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. What stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, they're putting pressure on all the ball handlers, getting into the passing lanes and showing great anticipation.
They've got Paul George. Andre Drummond is out there with Edwards. Then there's Lowry. And it's Grimes in at the shooting guard. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. And George here.
Nice finish.
And this is George at his best, taking it at the defense, playing downhill.
And while Embiid was on record praising the importance of continuity, I don't know that, Richard, the 76ers front office felt the same way.
Oh, yeah. What you say out loud versus your actions can be very, very different in this game. When you have a chance to go big game hunting, you do. The goal was to bring in some help for Embiid and Maxey, and they accomplished it.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. At this point in his career, Paul George says he's in bully mode. He said, every night I'm on the floor, I'm there to dominate. Whether it's being more physical or going right at whoever I got to go at, you're going to feel me. I'm having that approach every time. I'm there to destroy you. Kevin? Wow.
I love it, though, D.A. Got to admit it. Awful powerful. Thank you. The deep three from George. And James pulls it down.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
Here's Drummond. A rebound by the Lakers. Doncic with it. Picked up by Edwards. They get it back. Out to Doncic. James wide open. And again, no good by the Lakers.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
And those are the type of shots that just drive coaches crazy. Look, I wouldn't be shocked to see him sitting on the bench if he tries that bad boy again.
Doncic outside. LeBron James on the wing. 5 on the clock. Doncic from deep three-point land. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
To end the drought. Lowry dishes to Edwards. Pass to George. Beyond the arc. Drills the three-pointer. George has got 13.
And this is the way to stretch the floor. PG-13 with a good look from the corner. And he nails it.
And now the fast break. Edwards with the ball. Outside, George. A minute 50 left in the first half. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Drummond in the post. Finney Smith defending.
And that's 280 pounds crashing the glass. Drummond bullying his way there on that second chance bucket.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Lowry. rebound by the Lakers. James has got his 5th rebound in this one. Lowry can't get it to go. Lakers trail by 3. Outside, James. .102 left to play in the first half. Doncic kicks to James. Over George. LeBron, no luck. The 76ers leading by 3. George passes to Edwards. Lob pass to George. It's stolen by Vanderbilt. Doncic dishes to James. 3-pointer. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got 4 rebounds in this game. George passes to Grimes. Pass to Drummond. Outside for George. Nailed from 3-point land. George has got 8 points here in this quarter.
And we know George can score from all 3 levels, which is why he's capable of catching fire.
The 3 for Doncic. The shot, no good. He gets it up. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Philadelphia with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Not only does he have solid defensive instincts, he just plays extremely hard. And I know people might not realize this, but that is a skill, and it is very difficult for the opposition. It is a recipe for disaster.
Taking a look at Los Angeles, we've got Hayes. Austin Reeves out there with Vincent. Then it's Goodwin, and it's Hachimura in at the 4. Here's Vincent. He's covered by Maxey. From 20 feet out, Tyrese Maxey grabs the miss. Maxey's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team. Shown that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
Reeves gets the bucket.
And he's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going, because for them to be successful, he's got to be a little more selfish.
Let's just say that was an ill-advised pass there. Very close to a turnover.
Here's Maxey. Kept alive. Here's Embiid. Embiid punches it down.
Defense looks helpless against Embiid on that slam. He's just too physical.
Knocks it loose. Tries to keep it alive. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, even with an MVP and Joel Embiid, the Sixers can't be a one-man show. Embiid says, I watch a lot of games and I see what's working. Good basketball means cutting, moving, guys getting off the ball, and it's moving and not sticking. But you need the right guys to execute that system. And I think we've got the right guys. Kevin?
I know you and I agree they do, David. Thank you very much. Stolen by Reeves. And now here's Goodwin, the fast break chance. A 3-pointer is right on target. Vincent's got his first 3 points of the game.
He just didn't like what he saw inside, so he takes the open transition 3. But if he missed, Coach might have had some words for him.
Sinks the triple.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not. A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Knocked loose. Philadelphia leading by 6. Oubre dishes to Embiid. Another three for Philadelphia.
That's just not fair. 7-footers like Embiid, but that size, they aren't supposed to shoot like that.
And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. And Philadelphia making a change here.
Number 20,
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Lakers trail by 6. Here's Hachimura. Off target from three-point range. And it's Maxey with the ball for Philadelphia.
And Maxey keeps defenders guessing, which is why they sometimes overcommit like this.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight. And he makes the first. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Los Angeles has gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Here's Hachimura. Buries it from three-point range. Hachimura's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Lets it go with a 3. It's rebounded by Hayes. Lakers trail by 5. Pass to Hachimura. Back to Hayes. A nice passing here by Los Angeles. Reeves the pass to Hayes. Walker with the rebound. Philadelphia shooting around 40% from the floor here. Oubre finds Walker. Now here's Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
Yeah, it's easy to see why they go to him so often, because they know they can depend on him to come through for them.
Goodwin feeling it out. Jacks up a 3. Rebound by the 76ers. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock. And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Outside, Walker. Pass to Maxey. Here's McCain. Maxey in the corner. And here's Embiid. A 3-ball. Great touch from 3 from Embiid.
The offensive arsenal of Embiid is phenomenal. He's capable of scoring in a multitude of ways.
Pass to Goodwin. Vincent with it. And here is Goodwin. Back to Vincent. Lets it go from deep. No good on that one. And so it's Philadelphia going into the break with a 10-point lead from beyond. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
Austin Reeves.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Andre Drummond is out there with Yabusele. Then there's Lowry. Then it's Walker. And it's McCain in at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. The 3 for Doncic. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Yabusele. Now the Lakers on the break. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Nails the open triple off the fast break.
And we're so used to Doncic operating with the ball in his hands, but it's good to see him mix it up and work off the catch.
Lowry from outside. No good. Shot missing. Lakers trail by 4. Here's James. LeBron outside. Pass to Vanderbilt. Now here's James. Launches it. Rebound by the 76ers. Drummond's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Grimes. Lets the three fly. Offensive rebound. Back to George. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Philadelphia. Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Andre Drummond. Kelly Oubre comes in for Yabusele. And Maxey subbed in for Kyle Lowry. And the shot goes in. Grimes has got his first 2 points.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player. And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for him.
Embiid, no good.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
And here's Doncic from the arc. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. They've led by as much as 10. Bangs home the trifecta. George has got 19 points.
And hustle paying off there for George in the open court. Gets up court in a flash and finishes before the D can even react. And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not. See, he had time to line it up, and you know what? He's capable.
And here's Doncic from the arc. The offensive rebound. Kicks it out to James. For the three. LeBron James making it look easy from deep.
I'm sorry, just who else would you want it shooting there? LeBron James, just so calm under pressure.
Oubre finds George. Oubre, good. And the 76ers lead by 6.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
George with the ball. Maxey passes to George. Maxey with it. Working on Finney-Smith. Embiid from outside. Poked away.
Yeah, good job. Just staying alert there, snatching up that long rebound.
Pass to Doncic. LeBron James on the wing. Puts up a 3. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic.
Wow, look at the damage this young man is doing from deep. And there's another one.
And the defense has to know that taking away his 3 is the #1 priority. And he's hurt them all game long with that shot. It makes no sense.
George, no good.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Doncic with it. Now defended by Embiid. Finney-Smith can't get it to go.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
Wow, the finger roll. Sometimes a soft finish like that makes it even more painful for the defense.
Back to James. Puts it up. Doncic against Oubre. Takes the 3. Doncic, no good. 2 points here might be all the cushion they need.
You would think so. This game is theirs for the taking.
And that one's good, George.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
And it's Doncic missing. Philadelphia with the ball. 7-point differential. George, no good.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Yeah, they got to be disappointed with this result.
From deep 3-point territory. So the 76ers win it. It was up for grabs. Thank you, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the
How about teams like these who can really run their offense through their bigs?
BA, over the years, one of the things I've heard from coaches quite often is how effective a three-tool big man can be. When you can drive it, pass it, shoot it, score it, do all the things they can, it changes the geometry of the floor.
So the opening lineup for the Timberwolves. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Nas Reed out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point. Oh, George with a steal in transition. Tries again. It's George on the wing. Pass to Oubre. Back to Embiid. 6 to shoot. Second chance effort. And that one drops.
2 strong points from Embiid. His MO is to own the painted area.
And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
For 3, DiVincenzo. It's hauled in by the Sixers. And it really feels like the chemistry of this Timberwolves team has taken a step forward.
And BA, you know this. Winning always enhances that energy and chemistry. But beyond that, this is a roster full of players that have had individual success, and now they're hungry and thirsty for team success, because that's the true measure. This guy is so explosive. Anthony Edwards off the bounce. My goodness.
Still Sixers ball.
Here's Grimes. Blocked again! Edwards with it. Guarded now by Maxey. And Edwards slams it in.
Combination of size and athleticism makes Anthony Edwards so tough to check on the drive. Good luck and good night.
Here's Embiid. Oh, and Reed with a block. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Reed. Just over a minute and a half in. And here's Oubre from the arc. And the three-pointer goes. Oubre's got 5 points.
Well, you have to respect how fast Kelly Oubre gets his shot off in catch-and-shoot situations.
DiVincenzo against Maxey. Edwards a screen on Maxey. DiVincenzo can't hit. The 76ers have gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. For 3, George. Randle pulls down the board. For Minnesota, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. McDaniels from long range. Buries it from 3.
Yeah, Julius Randle has a good feel on the offensive end. On time and on target with the pass.
And yep, it's good. Maxey's got his second basket of the game.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a...
Oh, throw it
Look
down!
out.
Can you say elevation?
How about Anthony Edwards, the bounce? Go ahead, Ant.
Maxey with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. Maxey passes to Embiid. Kicks it to George. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Doris, we've heard Paul George get a lot of praise from the next generation of NBA talent.
We sure have, and it's easy to see why, Brian. This guy is fundamentally sound. He does a little bit of everything, can shoot with range, can get off the bounce. His game is so polished and smooth, worthy of emulation.
Here's McDaniels, and there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
You know, you have to love how strong Maxey takes it inside. Feels like he can beat everyone to the cup.
Doris, you look at the tools McDaniels has on defense. He can be special.
He can. There's incredible length, the reach, the strength. McDaniels very much able to be a shutdown defender against the best offensive players in the game.
And he sinks the second. 1:41 left in the first. DiVincenzo against Maxey. His 4th make in 5 tries. Solid start for him.
Oh, a high motor in close to the rim. Maxey finding a window and converting.
Pass to Edwards. Now here's McDaniels. Out of bounds. It'll be Philadelphia's ball. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, the head coach for the 76ers gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I asked him about Julius Randle and why he's so hard to stop. Coach said it's the ball handling, the spin moves, and the ability to finish against length. They want to try to force him right and take him out of his rhythm, something many teams have tried, but few have accomplished. Guys?
Thank you for that, Allie. Randle outside from deep. The rebound by Embiid.
Well, you're trying to answer the three, but you force up a shot that he would have been better off passing up.
Here's Grimes, guarded by Edwards. Just 5 on the clock. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Only 6'2", but Maxey got some spring in his step.
Pass to Reed. Shot to stop the run. Rebound by Philadelphia.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Here's Embiid. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
And that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact. Doesn't bother him.
Outside Maxey. Lets it fly. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Maxey's got 12.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
For 3, Randle. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's the Philadelphia. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
It's all about the offensive boards. I mean, they're just a statement about toughness, trying to demoralize your opponent by outworking them, out-hustling them.
The other thing they've done a great job of so far is getting offense off of their defense, forcing turnovers, then quickly converting.
So for Minnesota right now, Conley and Ant are the one of the two. Julius Randle out there with McDaniels. And it's Gobert in at the center position.
Unforced turnovers. They'll drive your coach insane.
Conley against Lowry. Oh, Edwards just bullying his way inside.
Well, Anthony Edwards with that frame on the interior, such a tough check.
The Sixers lead by 7. Lowry, the pass to George. Back to Drummond. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Well, the Timberwolves shooting 54% from the field so far in this one. And that one's good from Conley.
You have got to be aware of where Mike Conley is. He's so capable outside the arc.
Inside, here's George. And George with the jam.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. To the middle. Here's McDaniels. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage. In a close game, those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
To the paint. Here's Randle. And it's Randle with the jam.
Well, if the basket is within reach, Julius Randle understands how to finish.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And Minnesota with some changes. Miller's checked in for Randle. Clark comes in for McDaniels. And it's Alexander Walker in for Edwards. And Doris, you watch Anthony Edwards year to year. He just keeps reaching a new level.
He wants greatness badly. He's putting in the time, BA, to get there. Anthony Edwards, the shooting, the confidence, the leadership, everything's growing. He's now producing like an MVP. Look out, everybody. Here he comes.
Now Drummond. Still no points. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And Drummond with the jam.
Boy, how about the quick elevation by Andre Drummond? Doesn't miss an opportunity when it's that easy.
And Lonnie Walker's going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. The Sixers lead by 7. It's Walker on the wing. Fires the three. And the 76ers another three.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Clark, the pass to Gobert. Over Drummond. Minnesota again missing. Here's Philadelphia. Good momentum, 8 straight points. It's Walker on the wing. Back to Edwards. Clock at 6. Pass to Drummond. Late clock, the Sixers need to put one up here. Deflected by Gobert.
Boy, whenever Gobert is out there, he will make you think about shooting near the rim. This guy's such a good shot blocker.
Timberwolves trail by 10. Outside Conley. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right, you can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
And here's Edwards outside. It's rebounded by Minnesota. 1:15 left in the first half. Ooh, had a nice open look right there. And now just a 5-point 76ers lead.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
And an intentional foul right there. Embiid, he's checked in for Philadelphia. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Reed's checked in. And that'll be Philadelphia's ball as it goes out of bounds. Sixers able to keep the possession. .103 left in the second quarter. Embiid inside. Reed defending. Embiid gets the bucket.
Yeah, getting aggressive in the paint. Look at Joel putting his size to work.
Outside Reed. The three. The rebound by Lowry. Philadelphia leading by 7. Here's Embiid. Pass to Edwards. Here's the three. It doesn't go for him. The Timberwolves have gone 6 of 11 here in the second quarter. For 3, Conley. No good.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Edwards with it, and Clark picks him up defensively. Here's Embiid. Oh, Embiid punishing the basket.
The Embiid can throw it down from anywhere. So much power for the big fella.
Here's Miller. Gets the 3 ball to go. Here's Lowry. Here's Embiid. Oh, and Reed with a block. And so it's Philadelphia with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Without question, Tyrese Maxey displaying all his skills today.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Walker out there with Maxey. Then there's Edwards. Then it's Andre Drummond. and it's Yabusele in at the power forward. That's the group for Nick Nurse getting going here in the second half. Clark, no good. Philadelphia leading by 6. Stolen by Conley. Outside, Alexander Walker. They get it again. Gobert. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. It's going to go on Tyrese Maxey. Oubre, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Paul George comes in for Edwards. NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Graham. Is the league too offensive at the moment, do you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend, and now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Sixers' 2 stars make a great pairing. Maxey, said of Embiid, since I was a rookie, he's had the ultimate faith and believed in me. And Embiid said of Maxey, he's something else. Always smiling with the same energy. Good games, bad games, always the same. People like that set the tone for everybody else. Brian?
That's a good call, Allie. Thank you. And it's Clark on the take. Back to Conley. Outside, Alexander Walker. Gobert with a screen on Walker. Here's Alexander Walker. Kept alive by Minnesota. Got a piece of it. Pass to Conley. Outside, Alexander Walker. Shot clock at 5. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by George. And a new group getting ready for the Timberwolves. Randall, he's checked in for Miller. McDaniels comes in for Clark. Anthony Edwards is checked in for Alexander Walker. And it's DiVincenzo in for Conley.
How about Gobert with the find? On time and on target. Nicely done, Rudy.
Here's Drummond. Maxey finds Drummond. To the inside. And George with the jam.
And plays like that demonstrate Paul George's athletic ability. He's not just an elite scorer, he is a high flyer.
Soaring off the baseline and getting a little extra saucy on the slam.
A double clutch reverse, are you kidding? Just insane. Maxey on the wing, guarded by Edwards. Maxey passes to Drummond. And Gobert with a block. Fast break, Minnesota. Here's DiVincenzo, and down it goes. 2 points. And now just a 2-point Philadelphia lead.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it. Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
Drains the triple.
Oh, my goodness, what a response by Randall. Yes, you can make a 3, so can I.
You know, part of what makes Julius Randle so effective is that spin move, Doris.
He does like to use that on the interior against taller players to get enough separation. But the number of finishing moves that guy has off the spin, it is really an effective tool.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Inside with a tie. Oh, sweet move. Here's Gobert. Oh, look at Rudy Gobert.
My goodness, a little athleticism, a little extra on it, Mr. Gobert.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Minnesota with some changes. Reed's checked in for Rudy Gobert, and it's Alexander Walker in for Edwards. Here's Embiid. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. And Grant, I know you played a part in Embiid's decision to join Team USA.
Yeah, B.A., I spent a lot of time talking to Joel Embiid and convincing him to play for us in the U.S. men's national team.
Anthony Edwards is checked in for Alexander Walker.
I think his teammates understand that Anthony Edwards has every aspect of his offensive game working, so let's make sure he's got the basketball.
Poke loose. And so Lowry will bring it up for Philadelphia. They've led by as much as 10. And he's gone 1 for 1 in the game so far at the line. The free throw drops for Embiid.
Molding himself into one of the most dominant centers in the league, Embiid has really come into his own.
And 1:01 left in the third quarter. Over to the left wing. Yabusele. And that comes off the assist by Lowry. And the 76ers lead by 4. For Minnesota, they've gotten 7 of 12 shots to drop in the third. And here's Edwards outside. Edwards making it look so easy from deep.
Well, don't think twice. Ball touches your hands, you let it go, Anthony Edwards.
Down low. And Embiid throws it down.
He's been playing great unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Lowry, the pass to Embiid. And then Embiid with the dunk.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hop, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points. Inside. A slam dunk by Reed.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
And the game's still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Philadelphia on top. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. Setting the floor for the Timberwolves. Julius Randle out there with Naz Reid. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then it's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Clark in at the 3, the small forward. McDaniels is checked in for the Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards comes in for DiVincenzo. Here's Alexander-Walker. And he misses the go-ahead basket. The Sixers leading. Embiid inside. Working on Reed. Soft touch off the glass.
Yeah, good things happen when Embiid has the ball in his hands. I mean, this guy can do it all.
Outside Maxey. Pass to Embiid. And out of bounds. Minnesota will have it.
Minnesota ball.
And Minnesota with possession here. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
After being behind for so long, they must be relieved to finally get this thing tied up.
Oh, it got ugly there for a stretch. Nothing was working, but they've come back and have a chance to seal the deal.
Maxey against Edwards. Maxey passes to Oubre. Nails it from beyond the arc. And the 76ers lead by 2.
But he's got NBA range. There's no doubt about that. Oubre with 3-and-D ability on the wing.
0 rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it. Boy, completely caught his man off guard by going to the reverse. That's one way to make sure the shot doesn't get blocked.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the 76ers.
The fearlessness they've shown going strong inside has been impressive. The defense hasn't been very effective against them.
I also like how they've played in the painted area. They've made an effort to work on the inside and convert those chances.
Let's go with a 3. Randle pulls down the board.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Edwards with it. Guarded now by Maxey. And they recover it. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. He He buries it from 3. Alexander Walker's got 7 points for the quarter.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And he's such a unique talent at both ends. Embiid with the vision that time.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. McDaniels and a missed layup.
And you know they were praying for that one to go down.
Let's prove it time. Fourth quarter. Don't get it done now. No more chances.
Grimes, the pass to Embiid. The ball's knocked loose. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. The offensive rebound. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. Back to Randall. 5 on the clock. And he lobs it up to the Edwards. Hammers it down.
Anthony Edwards relishes big-time moments, and he delivers right there.
Grimes, the pass to George. Oubre with it. Back to George. Knocks it loose. And that'll be Philadelphia's ball as it goes out of bounds. Sixers able to keep the possession. And Chris Finch has called timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. Coach had a clear message for his team. He said, quote, let's finish the job out there. It's ours for the taking if we can just get it done. So it sounds like he's hoping they can close out this game strong, guys.
Thanks for that, Allie. Alexander Walker, the pass to Reed. Back to Alexander Walker. To the middle. Left side, McDaniels. No good, off the front rim.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Here's Embiid. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. Nickeil Alexander-Walker picks one up. The free throw drops for Embiid.
And there's the cherry on top. Excellent trip up the floor to build out this lead.
Here's Alexander Walker. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's going to go on Tyrese Maxey. Oh, the first of 2, no good. A heartbreaker. And he ends up making the second. And that shrinks the margin to just 4.
Just a tough miss at the line. They're down 2 baskets now.
George outside. Maxey surveys. Back to George. The kick out to Maxey. Here's Embiid. A rare miss for him. And here are the Timberwolves. Pass to McDaniels. On the wing, Alexander Walker. Back to Daniels. There's the 3. Minnesota again missing. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's George. To the left side wing.
First clean look they have. I mean, they've got to take it.
And they've got to be efficient with the clock. Quick score, quick foul.
Pass to Edwards. From downtown. That shot off. So it's the 76ers taking the W in a close one. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for